Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome down here to my dungeon, my basement. It's really messy right now. I was cleaning, and while I was cleaning, I was going through, you know, that cardboard box back there that, everyone seems to have one. It's just where you put all the cables that you're too afraid to throw away because you never know, you might need something like that. Well, in that box, I found this microphone. This is a Behringer XM8500. I purchased this several years ago before I was into 3D printing. And just recently, I saw these pop up on YouTube. Then there's a 3D print model that you can make to kind of change this to look like the Shure SM7B, that broadcasting microphone. I gotta stop doing this motion with my, you know. Today we're gonna just go through the process of doing that conversion and maybe see if it changes the sound quality at all. I don't think it's going to change the sound quality, but it'll at least, make this microphone look more janky. So here are the STL files. You can do this with an SM58, which is the Shure microphone that this is copying. You can do this with the XM5800, which is this microphone. So it's really only three files. You're going to print your body, your mount, and then your grill to cover it. And then we'll go through the assembly together, obviously. Here is the kit over on Camera Foundry. This is where you can find the files. It is a free print. They sell a kit, but we're going to make them. We've got an SVO8, and yeah, so we'll just print them on our own. So over here, I have already started. I'm printing the mount. I'm going to make that out of white PLA, and then I will be printing the rest of the body out of black PLA. I just had a little bit of white left, and I didn't want to remove a spool just to install, a new spool. And I don't care if I don't care if it doesn't match, I'm not that kind of guy. Let's look into Orca Slicer and just see what's going on here. This is the body. We'll print this first. This is going to be the easier thing to print. I think the grill might be just in nature. It's got all those little holes. It's going to be a messier, more difficult file to get printed neatly, but it looks like we're looking at a 2-hour print time for this thing. I've got 15% gyroid infill. The only thing we did to make it look a little prettier is, according to their website here, they've got a video on here with some print settings, is just to rotate the model so that the mounting holes are facing the back of your printer, and then change your seam to rearward. So I think we'll be fine with 15% gyroid for our infill. Our seam will be at the back, 0.16 layer height. I like to do my first layer a little thicker and then get smaller from there. It's not going to be an issue at all. So when I've got all the parts finished up, I will come back and we'll assemble it and see if it sounds any different. All right, so I'm doing this voiceover with the assembled mic. I was pretty happy with the print of the body. It came out really nice. I made one small adjustment, and that was I added these 2 heat inserts so I could use some M3 hex cap screws to mount everything. I also found a different mount for the mic. This one will just give me a little bit more adjustability with the microphone. I think that these heat inserts just going to make everything a lot stronger. I was using some two-tone color change PLA for that mount. I think it's a nice little accent. Looks decent. The actual mount itself, I did have to take that to the grinder and just round it over so that everything would move freely. This isn't the one that came with the XM58, but it was one I had laying around. And it fits. It'll give me some more adjustment to make my setup just a little bit more simple. Now, I did have troubles with the microphone. I'm just loosening this cap here, and I wasn't able to remove the screw that mounts it to the body. from the mic itself. So I'm just using a friction fit here, which is why I'm really jamming it in there. And then I'm loosening the cap just so that it wouldn't get stuck, you know. But that's in there good and tight. Now the grill printed really nicely. I thought this was going to be a stringy mess, but the SV08 did a fantastic job with this print. The quality printed everything at 0.16 millimeters, and it just looks really nice. It was a clean print. Now my windscreen is not the correct windscreen. I just grabbed one so that I could do this recording. I do have a new windscreen coming in the mail. It's like $6, so thanks Bezos. All right, so the XM8500 mic body conversion thing is done. This would be our sound test, I guess. And overall, I really liked the project. I wasn't using the XM8500 microphone. I actually had forgotten that I had it. So it's kind of gave it a new lease on life. I really like the aesthetic. I'm not sure the sound quality is going to be any different, but the aesthetic is an upgrade in my opinion. Plus, it's pretty cool to say, hey, I've got a 3D printed microphone, like nobody cares, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So anyways, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.